Well. Looks like we're up and running. Michelle, nod your head if you can hear me. You can't hear me, Michelle. Okay, you're not nodding your head. Hopefully I'm on live. I can't tell.
I can't hear him.
Okay, Michelle can't hear me.
He's hearing me. So
turn Michelle off here. What's up, people? I thought we would talk today a little bit about dementia, and that is because there's been a slew of articles that have come out in the last couple of days about dementia. I'm going to try and share my screen here. I'll see if this works because I want you guys to see this here. And forgive me because I'm still trying to work out the how this thing goes here. Screen 2. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Young onset dementia, more common than thought, alarming research shows. That means more and more people are getting dementia. Surprise, surprise. More of us are getting sick because more of us are eating lousy. More of us are getting injections. More of us are under stress. More of us aren't supplementing with supplementing with nutrients. In other words, we're not taking care of ourselves. Dementia is simply deterioration or degeneration of the brain. It's really not complicated. It's arthritis of the brain. In fact, the protein that's associated with dementia, which is called amyloid. Let me get this up here real quick. This is an article from JAMA, Journal of American Medical Association. Blood biomarkers detect Alzheimer's disease in primary care. This is a blood test that measures something called amyloid. Amyloid is a repair protein. It's a fiber that's associated with repair. One of the things the body does when there's deterioration of tissue is it will send out protein fibers in order to patch up that repair. Of course, those protein fibers then, or that patch then creates problems. This is what dementia is, but this can happen everywhere in the body. The amyloid proteins that are associated with brain dementia are also associated with heart disease, also associated with general fibrosis of various organs in the body. So fibrosis is a repair mechanism. Dementia, at least Alzheimer's dementia, is associated with fibrosis of the brain. So the question then becomes is what is causing the deterioration and the degeneration? And it's not complicated. Deterioration and degeneration is caused by toxicity in combination with nutritional deficiencies. It's really simple. There's not a lot of things that can go wrong with the body. The body breaks down generically. All inflammatory factors or all inflammation is defense. When the body is deteriorating, the body will send out patches to repair that deterioration. Those patches are part and parcel of the inflammatory process. So really, we're dealing with just a generic breakdown of the body when we talk about dementia. It's no surprise that it's happening to younger and younger people. Well, guess what else? You're going to love this one. GLP-1 drug, liraglutide. You probably heard of you may have heard of semaglutide. Semaglutide is Ozempic, and this is a drug people are taking to lose weight. Well, that same kind of drug, GLP-1 drug, this is a different brand or different type of GLP-1 drug, is also shown to be protective against dementia. Why would that be? Well, GLP-1s help the body process sugar. One of the major reasons for deterioration of tissue in general and in the brain specific is glycation, sugar reactions. So you got a sugar reaction in the brain, glycation, a caramelization, if you will, causing deterioration. The brain sends out fibers. The body sends out fibers to the brain to create a patch. And that patch, while it is functional, because it's patching up degenerative tissue, the brain is obviously a sensitive organ, results in impairment of neural conduction in the brain. And that's what dementia is, an impairment of neural conduction in the brain. So what do you do? The question is, what do you do? First of all, you got to just take care of yourself. And this is really the problem. This is really the source of our healthcare problems is we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not loving ourselves. We're not nurturing ourselves. We're not nourishing ourselves. We're treating our bodies unkindly, which means that our health challenges, be they dementia or heart disease or anything else, are really not medical issues. They're lifestyle issues, and they involve taking care of our bodies. Number one, eating less and eating correctly. Number two, making sure you get on a good nutritional supplementation program. Number 3, making sure you're oxygenating. And one of the best ways to oxygenate, of course, is practicing deep breathing techniques or Buteyko breathing techniques, which we've talked about in the past. And also exercising. Exercising supports oxygenation of tissues. So all of the things we know we're supposed to do, all of the things that we're supposed to do to take care of our bodies are what we need to do to reverse or prevent chronic degenerative diseases. But for some reason, we've got this idea in our head, and it's promoted by profit interests, that we have to be medicalized. We have to be doctored. We have to be fixed. I'm telling you, we don't have to be medicalized or doctored or fixed. We just have to take care of ourselves. So as far as dementia goes, as far as Alzheimer's dementia goes, or any other kind of dementia, which they're all pretty much the same. They're all deterioration of the brain, even though there's different forms of dementia. Number 1, I'm going to be repeating myself here, folks. Number 1, work on digestive health. If you have dementia, you probably have a leaky gut. If you have any chronic degenerative disease, you probably have a leaky gut. So, number 1, avoid problem foods. Do a food diary and then the elimination diet. I know you're probably getting sick of me saying this, but I have to keep saying it because this is really the simplicity of health, the simplicity of healing, the simplicity of reversing or preventing the misery, the unbelievable misery associated with chronic degenerative disease. Work on digestive health. Do a food diary and then the elimination diet. One of the reasons I love longevity so much is they've got so many great digestive support products. Get on the Daily Digest. Get on the Digestive Health Pack. Get on the Ultimate Enzymes, which of course are part of the Digestive Health Pack. The I-26, which kills excess bacteria in the intestine. Folks, this is for dementia. This is for Alzheimer's dementia or any other kind of dementia or just general brain health. Remember, if you have intestinal problems, not only are you going to be dealing with toxicity getting into the blood, leading to inflammation, but you're also going to be dealing with nutritional deficiencies. So that's why you got to start off by working on intestinal health. And when you work on intestinal health, it's not just working on the intestine, because upstream from the intestine is the stomach and the pancreas, and even chewing. These are all upstream from the intestine. So working on intestinal health doesn't only mean working on the intestine. It means making sure that you're using digestive acid supplements, things like apple cider vinegar with your meals. Vitamin A and zinc can also support acid production. Chloride or sodium chloride, salt, can actually help support acid production. Using stomach bitters or Swedish bitters or anything that supports that has a bitter taste at the beginning of your meals, things like arugula or dandelion or horseradish, can also improve acid secretion. When acid is being secreted, you're going to digest your food better, and that means you're going to have better intestinal health. Also, acid activates your enzymes. Now, the ultimate enzymes from longevity have a little bit of acid in them in the form of something called betaine HCl, but it helps to support that with apple cider vinegar, Swedish bitters, as well as zinc and vitamin A, all of which can support stomach acid production. Dr. Arias's liver cleanse, not exactly digestive support, but cleansing the liver can support bile. If you have a gallbladder, keep it. Don't let them take out your gallbladder. If you're suffering from gallstones, that's a sign that you're eating the wrong food. So digestive support, first and foremost, for dealing with dementia. Longevity's got all kinds of wonderful digestive support supplements. Secondly, work on blood sugar. Do you know Alzheimer's disease is called type 3 diabetes? Type 1 diabetes is autoimmune diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is insulin resistance. And Alzheimer's dementia is now called, or not even now, over the last few years, they've been calling it type 3 diabetes, which tells you that it's at least partially, if not mostly, due to this sugar reaction in the brain. Treat yourself like a diabetic. Reduce your intake of fast-burning carbohydrates, processed carbs, all the foods we love, of course, breads and pastas and potatoes and potato chips and French fries, all these foods that break down into sugar really quickly. Avoid them as best as you can. Now, we all crave them. And by the way, if you're craving these kinds of foods, that's a reason to take in more protein. One of my favorite protein supplements is Stay Natural, my friend Stan Denison's TMR shake. Not only is it a great source of whey protein, the best protein going in terms of supplements, but it's also super tasty. I love the chocolate. Mix it with a little almond milk and a banana. Do it 2 or 3 times a day. It not only will quench your sugar cravings, but it'll give you a great source of protein for building and for growth and repair. And by the way, older folks need to make sure they're getting more protein. And by the way, older folks need to make sure that they're getting in the gym and exercising. Talk about that probably on another one of these Pharmacist Ben episodes. So more protein will help you wean yourself off of sugar. Sugar is the bad guy when it comes to dementia. You can also use all the wonderful longevity products that help you process sugar. The sweeties, of course, the healthy blood sugar pack, which contains the sweeties. The ultimate niacin can also help you with sugar. The osteomag, magnesium, is also very important for sugar. The zinc FX is important for sugar. Zinc is a wonderful nutritional supplement for helping the body process sugar. There's lots of great supplements for processing sugar. I forgot to mention the ultimate microbiome for the digestive system. The ultimate microbiome can also help slow down the release of sugar into the intestine. So treat yourself like a diabetic if you're dealing with, if you want to avoid or you want to reverse dementia symptoms. And then last but most certainly not least, work on brain health using brain strategies like doing crossword puzzles, learning a new language, reading different books. Here's a good trick for you. Brush your teeth with your opposite hands. If you're right-handed and you're brushing your teeth with your right hand, or you're used to brushing your teeth with your right hand, brush it with your left hand. Just brushing your teeth with a different hand, or writing with a different hand, or doing any kind of work that you're used to doing with your right hand, doing with your left hand, or vice versa, will help improve something called neuroplasticity, which means healthy development of neurons in the brain. Travel, study a different philosophy, study any kind of philosophy, challenge yourself. You know what I like to do? When I go to Whole Foods and I go get my almonds or pistachios or flax seeds in the bins, you're supposed to write down the code for the flax seeds or whatever it is on a tag. And when you go to the cashier, she'll read the code. I memorize those codes. Just memorizing can help support brain health. Also, memorizing your credit cards, your credit card numbers. Just memorize your credit card numbers. Try to memorize phone numbers. Anything you do that challenges your brain will support neuroplasticity. It'll support blood flow to the brain, and you'll have a healthier brain. All this, by the way, is in terms of not just preventing Alzheimer's dementia or any kind of dementia, but it also will help reverse the symptoms of dementia as well. I remember my dad, Alzheimer's disease is very personal to me because my dad had it. And I remember when I would go visit him, he was in assisted living, then he was in a nursing home. I would bring him Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And I would watch him as he was drinking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I have to smuggle it in because the doctors and the nurses didn't want him to have it. So I have to smuggle it in. But I would watch him as he was drinking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine blossom. And his dementia symptoms would become reduced right in front of my eyes. One of the greatest gifts you can give somebody who's in a nursing home, whether they're dealing with dementia, whether they're just frail or elderly, is the gift of Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I know we're a few months away from Christmas, right? It's only August, but the next 3 months, one of the greatest gifts you can give somebody coming up here as we come into the Christmas season is the gift of Beyond Tangy Tangerine. One of the greatest gifts you can give somebody in a nursing home is the gift of Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You're not going to believe what it will do for your loved one or friend or anybody you know who's in assisted living or in a nursing home. As they're drinking, as they're enjoying their BTT and water, you will watch them blossom. And that's because, as I've said before, the more nutritionally deficient you are, the faster your body absorbs nutrients. How cool is that? The sicker we are, the faster we turn it around. The more weight we need to lose, the faster the pounds drop off. And the more deficient we are in nutrients, the faster our body absorbs those nutrients. Yesterday, I did a video on Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I'm not sure it got posted. I'll do another one. But what I said was, one of the cool things about Beyond Tangy Tangerine is it's nutrient dense, and it's a powder that you put into liquid and you drink. This bypasses digestive issues, and the combination of the liquid format plus the nutrient density means you get quick results. And of course, because of most of us are so deficient in nutrients, the body just sucks up those nutrients like a dry sponge sucks up water. So don't fear dementia as you get older. If God forbid you or your loved one has dementia, know that these strategies, working on digestive health, blood sugar health, challenging your brain, using things like Beyond Tangy Tangerine that are nutrient dense, can help reverse the symptoms of dementia and also prevent it, which is the ideal course of events, is to actually prevent it, but you can also reverse the symptoms if you have it. All right, so that's it. I don't know if, Michelle, you can hear me. You might nod your head if you can hear me out there.
Hi, Ben. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are, Michelle.
Yeah. Okay.
How come you couldn't hear me?
I think our internet's dropping in and out. That's all right.
No
So,
worries.
Ben, while you've been speaking, I've put up QR codes so people can easily find the products you're talking about.
Okay.
Right now, I've got a QR code where they can have a look at the Tangy Tangerine. And when they scan that code, they'll be able to go in and see all the nutrients in that product. And it is awesome, as you know. Along the way, I've also put up a scan for digestion support. When you scan that QR code, you'll see a whole array of digestion products, but zoom in on the ones that Ben particularly mentions. And also, I've got to say, if you start this nutritional journey, it is so important to be coached by somebody who can guide your way through it, because there may be times where you're struggling and you really need some help. So you'll see at the bottom of the screen, email us at info@pharmacistbenjaminfuchs.com and just drop us a line, give us your name, and we'll arrange a private phone call, and Ben will chat to you and get you started on your return to health.
Thank you, Michelle. Nobody has to suffer with long-term chronic degenerative diseases. We can help you reverse, or even better, we can help you prevent chronic degenerative diseases. All our health challenges, folks, all our chronic health challenges are lifestyle-based, and they don't require medicalization. They require changes in lifestyle, meaning nutritional supplementation, dietary changes, exercise, a few other things. We can help you do that.
Great. Thanks, Ben. That was awesome.